the mist is burning off very quickly. Now then, another scene of chaos and devastation. And this mower, it'd been working, but the deck height adjustment was really odd, and also the sweeper didn't lift very high. And of course, for those who don't know, that's the sweeper. It's a powered grass collector. Yeah. Anyway, all this started off with this tyre splitting. We sat in the workshop, I went to it, started her up and thought, oh, and then looked and there was a huge space split around it. I mean, alright, it's an old tyre. So I put a new one on. There you go, I put a new one on. Anyway, I'd got the wheel off and I thought, oh, well, and I was going to change the engine to deck drive belt, which I did, which meant adjusting a lot of stuff. And I noticed something. I thought, oh, here we go again. Yeah. And I've repaired it now, but that bracket, well, let's have a closer look. So here we go, and I've welded it along there and along there. Both of these tabs were broken off, and this is one of the deck ports. And it's interesting that there was no bolt in the middle. Bolt there, none in the middle, and there's a hole in the chassis frame for a bolt there. So whether or not it was like in construction on the line or whenever they were built, somebody couldn't be bothered to put those bolts in. Yeah. So eventually that broke off. So let's go and have a look where it was. Okay, well, this is the deck pivot, and that was this half, the bottom half was on there, and the top half was bolted up there. Okay, and I've got a picture on my phone in a minute, but this thing goes on there. Okay, so this whole lot was wafting about like mad, and the only thing that was really holding it was this spring here. And we'll cover that spring later on, but it's got extreme tension and it goes all the way to the back. So that's going to be entertaining to put back on. So as you can see, let me zoom in on my camera, on my phone. There's the chassis with the 3 bolt holes, and there are only 2 bolts, and you've got the stress of the deck and puts all the pressure on that bracket. So there you go. You have to dig in deep to get to this one, and undoing those bolts was a bit tricky because the nuts were on the inside of the chassis, and of course this is the outside, and of course they haven't been undone for 20 years or maybe a bit more. So I'm just highlighting this. This is a heads up as far as being able to fix things, and it's part of my fixing things playlist. So it's all about sharing information to help people to help themselves. I think that's very important. So I'm going to bolt all this lot together and I'll get back to you. Putting those bolts in will be a bit fiddly, and then tensioning that spring, I'm going to have to build a hook of some form to pull that spring, because it goes all the way to the end here, so it's almost got to double in length. But maybe things will change once I've got everything bolted up. At the moment I've got all the deck pins out just to give myself room to get in there and do stuff. I'll be applying grease in various places. Right, I'll get back to you shortly. Right, we've got that in place. That's next to impossible. You've got all this bracketry behind here, and you want to get either bolts or nuts up behind there. The person who designed this must be a member of the Cartoon Workers Art Pool. Just think about it. It's absolutely appalling design. No wonder that middle bolt wasn't fitted, because you can't fit it. Yeah. Anyway, I had to undo this linkage to be able to even get a spanner to those nuts there. I put the nut on the top. The other one, I put the bolt through. And to be able to get this on, you've got to put this bolt in first from the top down and partially tighten it, and then you can just about get this one in place. Yeah, a bit of a redesign is required really, but you don't want to go chopping holes in the chassis here just to get to the nuts, although that might be the only alternative. Either that or chop a hole in the floor, that might be it, so you can get from the top with a bent spanner. But idiot design, absolutely idiot. Anyway, it's there, so now there's a groove there, so a circlip goes in there. So we'll put that in and we'll put that back together, and then this clamp arrangement goes on those flats, and then it's time for a cup of tea. I think that was seriously frustrating. Okay, the circlip's in place down there, and I'm just putting this on. Yeah, and I'll just knock that on and tighten that pinch bolt up. And that is the deck height adjustment. Yeah, so once I've tightened it up, we can see it in operation. We're getting there slowly. Yeah, I'm not sure about that bracket. I mean, the weld's good and I painted it, but just anyway, I had a rant about that earlier. Right, let's crack on. So you can just about see that spring there. You have to release that to be able to put any of this together. And I've made a bit of kit, a hook, to try and pull that spring. Yeah, that's a tine off a hay tedder, hay turner. It's quite strong sort of steel, and a bit of box section, welded it together. So let's just see how we get on. So that is hooked on the end of that spring, and there's a hole just up there. In fact, I better mark it with a bit of chalk. So the hole is there in line with that. Okay, now let's just see. Foot on the axle. Oh. I think this is a two-person job. But you get the idea. We've got to get into that hole there. And you've got to put a lot of force on it. Yeah, I think maybe, I wonder if I can just get something in it and bend that hole a little bit. Let's try it again. Aha! Done it! Perfect. There you go. There we go. I think I might have just bent that front edge of that hole so it was able to hook in. As you can see, not the easiest thing in the world to do, and you have to put a lot of stress on it. Right. Okay, I put that the wrong way up. No wonder the deck wouldn't work properly. Okay, so therefore taking it off, turned it upside down. Right. Okay, so when we're talking about adjustment, there is the front adjustment for the front half of the deck, and here is the adjustment for the back half of the deck, and that should be pointing upwards rather than down. Yeah, that was a bit frustrating, but when you take things apart when they're sort of broken, sometimes you miss things. So there we go, it's all back together. I've taken it round, done a bit of mowing, it's fine now. Yeah, and I'll let the new engine to deck belt bed in and then adjust it, and then put the rest of the sweeper on. Comment, discussion, if it's helped you, just tell me about it. So here is the special tool, just a bit of 3/4 box section, and that is a spring tine from an Acrobat hay turner. You know, the ones that have got 4 or 6 wheels that spin vertically, and it's all at an angle to the tractor, and it moves the row of hay across the field. Yeah, and or you can spin it the other way and make it spread it. Yeah, but that's spring steel, so that wasn't going to bend or snap or something like that. So as you've seen in the video, it works really well. Yeah. Let me know how you get on. Countax, you can repair them, and you know, this is pretty old now, and yeah, it's seen a lot of work, but we keep putting it back together. And of course there's the battery now, instead of underneath the bonnet where it's a stupid size and it vibrates right next to the engine and gets hot. We've got a wooden box just there. Yeah, marvellous. And it's a standard car battery, and it doesn't need to be brilliant because it's only a small engine, so not good enough to start a car, but good enough for this. Right, catch up with you soon. Love to hear what you have to say. Cheers for now.